Namaste yogis, Nin from Nin Yoga here. Today we have a routine for helping with digestion. So it's for people who may have eaten too much during the holiday season, and maybe if you've got bad anxiety due to external events, you may have found issues with your digestive tract. So maybe if you're going to do this sequence, make sure you're in some comfy clothes, preferably loose fitting trousers so you're not compressing the area too much. Today we're going to be doing a number of flows and sun salutations to get the digestive system warmed up. We're going to be doing twists so that we massage those internal organs associated with the digestive system. We'll also be doing some deep breathing into the abdominal areas to help with the internal organs associated with digestion. So with that said, get into something comfortable, loose fitting, and come onto the mat. We'll start here with our legs crossed, just breathing in and breathe into your stomach, straighten your spine, exhaling out any negative energy, breathing in again and exhale. From here, I just want you to begin to massage your internal organs by doing a circle. So go from right to left and just do that a couple of times, breathing as you go. So inhale, when you get to about halfway around, exhale. One last time, and then come back to center, just breathing in, and we'll go around the other way from left to right. Massage your stomach gently and mindfully, and one last time we'll come back to center. And from here, I'd just like you to lift your hands in the air, your arms in the air, and then twist to one side, looking over your right shoulder. And to help that, you might want to put your left hand on your right knee. And this is the bit where we start to do a lot of twists in this routine to try and massage areas that are responsible for detoxification and cleaning out. Inhale, and then we'll take that to the other side. So putting the right arm on the left knee and looking over your left shoulder. So this is great for the intestines and massaging those. Take an inhale, stretch around as far as you can, and an exhale, coming back round to center. Maybe do a cat position, tilting your chin towards your chest, arching your spine. Exhale, bringing the shoulders back, arching the spine. Now come into tabletop pose. And from here, just stay centered before we start moving in our flows. So have your shoulders above your wrists and knees hip width apart. And just take another cat-cow breath. So arch your spine, bring your chin in, bring your tailbone in. And compress the intestines here. Exhale, chest down, lifting the tailbone up, opening up the chest. So this should bring fresh blood to the intestines. Just take that one last time. Inhale. Arch the spine. Exhale. Cow position. Now from here, we're going to take a lunge pose. So what I'd like you to do is bring your right foot out to the front, in between the gate of your palms, and just have your knee bent at a 90-degree angle. And then come up, bring your heart to the center, and we'll take a twist. So what I'd like you to do here is bring your left elbow round to your right knee and bring your hands towards your heart, looking over your shoulder. Again, we're massaging our intestines here and lymph nodes, responsible for detoxification. Exhale, bring your palms down to either side of your right foot. Come back into tabletop pose. And now we'll go straight on to the other side. So bring your left foot in between the gates of your palms. And then I'd like you to bring your right elbow towards your left knee. Whoops, take care that you have the nice balance. And then bringing your heart to center and try and keep your shoulders back. Just breathing into that twist. Exhale, bringing the palms down to either side of your left foot. And then we're going to come back into a tabletop pose before we come into a plank pose and take a vinyasa. So here in plank pose, I'd like you to push through your palms, keep your bum down in a straight line, bring your elbows in towards your ribs, come down to the mat, stomach, chest, chin, and then take a cobra. Inhale here, tucking the toes under, bring the heels towards the seat. Stretching out in child's pose before taking a downward facing dog. Now here in downward facing dog, just pedal it out. Breathe in to your heart, nurture your belly with your breath and warm the system. Breathe into your belly. And then what I'd like you to do is come to the front of your mat, walking or jumping between your palms. And then take a half lift here. Straighten out the back. Exhale, down to the mat. Just let yourself hang here for a second, taking the pressure off your lower spine. And then come up vertebra by vertebra into a mountain pose. Inhale here. Engaging the knees, engaging your thighs, bring your shoulders down. Don't hunch them up, bring them down. Straighten your spine as though your crown is being pulled by a piece of string up to the ceiling. And then slowly we're going to come down into a forward fold. So bending the knees here, let the head hang. Half fold, keep the back straight. Exhale, we're doing sun salutations now to get the body warmed up and the digestive system. So here, what I'd like you to do is come into a plank and then lower down onto the mat, taking a vinyasa into cobra pose. So just stay here for a second before we come back into child's pose, tuck our toes under and take a downward facing dog. Now from here, what I'd like you to do is step forward with your right foot between your palms. And here, options are to keep your left knee off the ground or bring your left knee to the ground like this. And what I'd like you to do is open up your chest towards the right hand side of the mat. Open up your chest, your right arm reaching up to the sky, twisting again, massaging those intestines. Inhale into the belly, nurture it, be thankful for it, and don't judge it. Exhale, taking an easy twist there, and then we're going to push back with our hips into a half split here. So just here, let your head hang down towards your right knee. Flexing your right foot if possible. Then putting down your right foot onto the mat, come into a low lunge. And then what I'd like you to do is tuck your left foot under, make sure you've got support here, and bring your left foot off the mat. And then slowly bring your torso up, lifting up with your palms to the sky, palms facing one another, warrior one. Press down through the hips. Just make sure your knee is stacked above your ankle, stretching out to the sky, pinky fingers coming in towards each other. Exhale, come down to the mat, and then we'll step back into a downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale. And from here, we'll take that onto the other side. So this time, bring your left foot to the front of the mat. An option here is to lower your right knee, untucking the toes, keep your right knee off the mat. And I'd like you here to open up your chest to the left-hand side. Take an easy twist. Look up to the left palm. Breathe into your belly. Exhale, bringing the left palm down to the mat and then pushing back into a half split, flexing the left foot, bringing your forehead down to your left knee. Inhale, exhale. Begin to bend your left knee now. And then just center it between your palms. Then tuck your right foot under and lift your right knee off the mat. And from here, I'd like you to slowly come up with your torso so that it's above your hips. Inhale, bring the palms towards each other, pinky fingers towards each other, and press down through the hips. Warrior one. Inhale through your entire system, cleansing it and calming it. Exhale, bringing your palms down beside your left foot and step back into a plank. And here, take a vinyasa down to the mat. Exhale, coming up into cobra. And from here, I'd like you to come back into a child's pose. Coming up onto the feet, pedaling it out, breathe into your stomach. Doesn't matter if your feet aren't flat on the mat. And from here, just hop to the front of your mat and take a fold. We're doing a number of sun salutations, so keep with me. Inhale, straightening the back. Exhale, back down to the mat. And then inhale, coming up vertebra by vertebra into a mountain pose. And this time, put your palms together into prayer position. Inhale, just take your time here. Center yourself. And then inhale, bring your palms up to the sky. Exhale, bringing your palms down to the mat. Let your head hang here. Inhale, bringing your palms to your shins. Straight back. Exhale. And step back into a downward facing dog. Pedaling it out here. And now what I'd like you to do is step forward with your right foot in between the gates of your palms, and then just pivot out your left foot so that you've got enough support, and check in that the arch of your left foot is directly behind the heel of your right. Beautiful. Okay, now what I'd like you to do is cartwheel the palms round, the arms over your head, and then just bring your shoulder blades together, standing up straight, palms facing beneath you. Warrior two. Just bringing the shoulders away from the ears. And from here, I'd like you to turn your right arm, your right palm up to the sky. And then come back, bringing your left palm down to your left thigh into peaceful warrior or reverse warrior. Feeling that stretch in the obliques. And then what I'd like you to do is bring your right forearm down to your right knee, and we'll take an extended side angle pose. So lifting up your left arm above your head, and ideally your little finger should be in a straight line all the way down to your left leg. And from here, I'd like you just to come up with your hands on your heart, bringing yourself into an Anjali Mudra prayer pose, keeping the right knees bent here. What I'd like you to do is bring your left elbow down towards your right knee as we take a high twist here. Another one of those twists for the intestines. And detoxification, make sure that if you can, your hands are in your heart center. Exhale. And then what I'd like you to do is come back, bringing your right arm back up to the sky, your left arm on your left thigh. Peaceful warrior. Looking up, just feel that stretch in the intercostal muscles. And then bringing your palms down side by side. And now's the time just to check in, because you've been moving. Just check that your right heel meets up with the arch of your left foot. And we'll take a warrior two. And from here, what I'd like you to do, cartwheel the arms down to the mat beside your right foot, bringing your left knee down to the mat. And here we'll just take a low lunge, feeling yourself press into your hips on your right hand side. Take an inhale here, just center yourself. Tuck the left foot under, lifting up, and I'd like you just to hop forward here into forward fold. Breathing into your stomach as always. And from here, putting your palms down onto the mat, I'd like you to step back into a downward facing dog. Pedaling it out here. Making sure your ears are parallel with your biceps, and press your sternum back towards your thighs if you can. And then step forward with your left foot so that your left foot is in between the gates of your hands, and then twist out your right foot this time so that you're balanced and have support, and check in that your right knee is above your ankle and that your left foot is parallel, or in front of, rather, your right arch. Cartwheel the arms around into warrior two. Bring the shoulder blades together. Look up, look strong. Check in with your balance. Check you've got all those things you need to check in the right position. And then bring your left palm up to the sky, tipping down with your right arm towards the right leg, looking up to your left palm. Peaceful warrior or reverse warrior. And then bringing your left forearm down towards your left knee, and then reaching over with your right arm this time, and just stretching out through your armpit into an extended side angle pose. Stretching out. Inhale, then bringing your hands to your heart as we did on the other side. Just find your balance here, make sure you've got enough support. And then inhale, exhale, and bring your right elbow down towards your left thigh and take a twist. Trying to bring your shoulders back where you can and centering your heart into your hands. Beautiful. And then what I'd like you to do is bringing, twizzle around maybe your right foot and just check in that your feet are aligned. Arch of your right foot is behind the heel of the left foot, and come into peaceful warrior. So bringing your right arm down again, lifting up your left arm. Inhale through that. Exhale, cartwheeling the arms around into warrior two. Just taking the time to make sure you're flexing through your hips. Shoulder blades together. Crown reaching up. And just check you're aligned with your feet. Finding peace in this pose. And then cartwheel your arms around to either side of your left foot. And come into a lunge. And just press through your hips. Inhale here. And then we come into, just hop forward into a forward fold. Just hanging here. The head down. Coming up to halfway fold. Exhale down to forward fold. And from here I'd like you to bend your knees. And maybe just tip back onto your heels, lifting your toes up to make sure you've got the right area of compression. Slowly bring your vertebra by vertebra up, tucking your pelvis in and your tailbone, and we'll come into a pose called chair pose. Lifting your arms up diagonally in front of you. And we're going to take a twist here as well. So bring your palms together into Anjali Mudra, and then bring your right arm towards your left knee and take a twist. Now just check in here that your knees are next to each other. One's not pointing out, that's the tendency. And try as much as you can to bring your shoulders back. Inhale back to center into chair pose. And then bringing the palms together. And then bringing the left elbow round to the right knee. And again, just check in that your legs are aligned and your shoulders, if you can, bring them back. Excellent. Come back down now. Forward fold. And then bending our knees, we're going to come down onto the mat. And then we're going to do a few crunches. Don't get mad. It's all part of getting blood to your stomach, and it's really good for you. So we're only going to do 10 of these. What I'd like you to do is bring your palms to your head, and then I'd like you to tap each knee with the opposite elbow. So in this case, I'm bringing my right elbow to my left knee, and then I'm going to swap sides, and then repeat. Now, if you want to take this to another level, you might be able to straighten out, say in this case, your left leg, whilst bringing your left elbow to your right knee, and we'll take it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Well done. Bringing yourself down to the mat now. And just bringing your legs out in front of you. We're going to do a pose known for relieving wind. So make sure you're in a room by yourself maybe. But what I'd like you to do is bring your left knee up to your chest and just hug your knee in here. And this is really good for helping massage the colon and releasing any bloating. Breathing in and out into your digestive system. Let go of your left leg, then bringing your right knee towards your chest, hugging it in. Taking some time here, feeling maybe your stomach gurgle a little bit. It's quite normal if it does. And then bringing the soles of your feet down to the mat. I'd like you to bring your knees down towards the left. Have your arms in cactus pose, and we'll take one of our final twists. And here, if you want to take it a little bit further, look out towards your right shoulder. Bring your knees up to center, and then let them tip over towards the right. Maybe scoot over your hips towards the left just so you feel comfortable, and look out over your left shoulder. Feeling that twist detoxify you and get the muscles working that maybe haven't worked all day. And then bring your knees to center. We're going to take our final, most important pose, Shavasana. So what this pose is really good for is just taking the time for yourself, and it's really good for relieving anxiety, which is a major cause of digestive problems as well. And just breathe in to your chest, your abdomen, and then feel the white healing light going into your stomach, your intestines, your colon. Healing, calming, digesting. And then exhale. Taking another inhale. And exhale. And for this, we'll finish with a breathing exercise, because I said breathing deep is really good for your digestion and relieving any pressure or anxiety. So put one hand on your stomach and one hand on your chest. And what I'd like you to do is breathe in for 1, hold it for 1, and then breathe out. Breathe into your stomach for 2. Hold it, and then breathe out. Breathe in for 3. Hold it, and then breathe out. Breathe in for 4. Hold it, and then breathe out. Finally, breathe in for 5. Hold it. And then exhale. Just staying here for the moment. Realizing that you're bringing fresh blood, fresh energy into your digestive tract. And giving it the chance to heal. Take one final inhale, and then begin to wiggle your hands, wiggle your feet, and then take a really long stretch throughout your whole body. Then bringing your knees to your chest, and then letting your knees drop down to the side. Putting one arm on the floor, one hand on the floor, and lifting up into easy pose where we began. And we'll just take those circle movements that we did at the beginning, giving ourselves a final massage. Going from left to right, and then right to left. Bring yourself to center, lifting the palms up over your head. Bring the palms together, and we bow and say Namaste. Namaste. Thank you so much for doing that practice with me. I really hope you enjoyed and feel a lot better in your stomach, your abdomen area and your whole digestive system. If you like what you see, please try out my other videos. They're available for you, and please offer any comments in the comments section, surprisingly. And I'd love to see you again soon. Namaste.